This is the last ball you got in the bag, Roy.
I can make it across.
Well, then do it.
This is Katrina Allen's second shot.
Can it clear the edge?
And did not put enough distance on that one. So she will progress to the last spot in bounds, which is right here at the water's edge.
Maybe 250 or 60 feet in from here.
Oh no,
Once
out
they
of bounds again, and she does not get to progress forward because she did not cross in bounds, according to herself and her card mates, and the spotter didn't hear her.
Oh gosh.
She kind of rushed that one. I felt like she rushed that one. Out of bounds again.
Another said provisional just because, but switching to the backhand, going to that zone. This is a nightmare scenario for Katrina after such a hot
That is not
round.
getting left. That is not getting left. Katrina Allen. This is a disaster. Let's just get it in bounds. Just get it in bounds. Finally.
He goes long. It is not out of bounds. This is a bunker rule hole. It is just one stroke. But now the questions swirling in his mind. Third shot for Barella.
And move on. Angle looks a little better. The speed is correct, is the question.
Long again.
Oof.
Barella.
Oof, oof.
What now? Oh my word. That is wide and deep and into the gallery. His fifth. Speed is better.
Angle better. Still long. So this would be shot number 6. Needs to airmail this in for double bogey.
He goes long again.
Oh, Anthony Barella going tin cup here at the 16th.
Barella can't make the island. Finally.
Yes. Whoa. I imagine Anthony Barella's heart has dropped down towards his ankles.
He is putting for quadruple bogey.
Oh, wow. Really? Get out the other side. Oh, my goodness. What? Into what road?
He went over it and then the little corner where. Skip it! Come on, skip! Where's the basket at, dude? What the? Where am I going? Short or long? Short. Gotta be there. Come on. Get in.
Around left of the bush, trying to get on that flat with a straight shot across.
Eagle the first to attempt. Ooh. And that's what happens when you leave that shot low.
So after his tee shot, it put him in a really kind of tough position where he's kind of forced to make a very aggressive shot, a very aggressive line. To lay up from there would be tough, but he's really, you know, he's an aggressive player, so you got to go for the big shot. Unfortunately, the first, second, and third shots just left too low, out of his hand, never had a chance to get the big skip over the curb back in bounds.
Yeah, this is his fourth attempt at getting on the green.
Very unfortunate, very tough to watch any player go through this. All three players playing a very conservative, don't want to take the big numbers as they watch Eagle throw an approach on his ninth shot. Going to be a tap in 4, a triple circle 10. So Eagle gives up a 5-stroke swing.
20 down and not 1. But we're here. AJ's lining up the mace, which he's been dialed with on this hole.
I think that has to hurry.
I don't think it will. That mace is so straight.
This grass is a little longer than other holes, and that's a great shot.
Mm-hmm. So AJ throwing 3, and that is pulled.
Unfortunately, Hope stays in bounds. AJ actually should have thrown again there. You actually keep throwing until you get it in bounds, actually, but it doesn't really matter, I guess.
We'll stroke him. Well, I think he's stroking himself.
This is worst case scenario here.
Yeah, somebody get Johnny on the phone. Oh, come on, get it in.
There you go, bud.
All right, I think he's running the basket now.
Thank you, DGPT, Black Ink Discs Wall. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Steve Dodge put that wall there just for
I'll be honest with you, I think that's the best putt he's had all day. That was just nice and easy into the center of the chains. But
it ended up costing him the tournament. So we'll have to see what Johnny McRae can do. He's going to take a putter. He's going to go right for it with a 4-stroke lead.
Yeah, that one went a little long, and he really rushed into this second shot a little quicker than most of us expected, and it just dropped out of the sky.
Just a little short. You could hear him begging for it just to be long enough. And this is tough right here. He's figuring out what to do. How do you settle down and just execute in a moment like that?
It's tough. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it as well as Johnny did here. He had that one drop out again, and I don't know what I would do, honestly. But, you know.
You got Johnny, who, a man of great faith, just offers it up and says, all right, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. He puts a little more on this one. The air's underneath it. It looks like it's sliding out. Spotter runs over, and a green flag finally.
T-pad, and I was just listening to the crowd this whole time.
Tough heartbreaker. He leaves it a little high. Johnny McRae looked good. Looked good from our angle. Just a little.
Commit a little bit more and put a little bit more speed on their disc. And I believe it's playing a bit into a cross headwind today, which makes you have to throw it a little bit harder to get there anyway.
And James is going to go with the putter, and this is the most dangerous play on this hole here.
Oh, he's caught an early leaf, and that usually means disaster. Sure enough, well short.
Once again, just like Chris Clemons yesterday, your tournament leader coming into this hole, he is not going to be under par on it. This is going to be his third shot here. Bogey at best, unless he can throw it in.
Looks like he's turned that one over, and if the wind beats on it like it normally does when you turn it over, it comes up short again. This is hands on the head kind of akin to Johnny McRae after he's missed a couple times, hand straight to the head, and not much more you can do here, but just kind of ask yourself, do you want to win this? Let's put it on the green here.
This is James Conrad. If he can't get on the island here, he could be in big trouble.
Oh, by less than a foot over top of those bales. It does succeed right side of the island. Don't just try and make it barely over the bales. Get it out into that backside, and you'll have a lot better success rate.
And this will be James Conrad for his 6th, I believe.
Left it a little wide, expected the wind to maybe lift it and bring it in. And
they are a whole bunch of strokes over par as a group, and there is one more grueling hole left to play.
Play would be high and then go as far right as possible. Attacking this green, you have to be super confident. And this looks a little weak, actually.
Oh, and it was just barely weak.
Yeah, and that's well, here he goes again. He'll make the correction.
Looks like it.
Oh no.
And I think that might have been in last year. That
wow.
The hay bales got
this is not good though.
Altered.
This will add up so fast. So he has to make that. The right had some good height on it. Sexton really needs this. And the Sexton goes to
Nate will also be
3 under. And a par.
The chase card is getting even more interesting. James Conrad has thrown 3 shots out of bounds. He has players on his heels.
Oh, that didn't get there either. Wow. There must be a really strong wind pushing to the right there, because that thing just fell out of the sky to the right.
And again, this low ceiling forces the players to really commit to throwing it at the water. And it also, the protected nature of it, means you can't get a good wind read unless you walk out and really feel it.
It does tend to swirl and gust in this area. You're down in the valley of the lake and there's hills around you, so you're right, Jamie. It's hard to get a read on this hole.
Back to 19 under par. And that is, I mean, he was the only player.
Well, out of a lead group, you wouldn't think you'd be saying that on a 249-foot hole.
Tee shot even, where you're really trying to play the same game you were playing on 13, where you're trying to keep as close to the water as possible, especially on the approach.
Simon is keeping it very close to the water, extremely close to the water.
As close as you can get.
That's so. And this is 480 feet over water the entire way.
And Simon has thrown another one in the water. This has got no chance.
Oh, no.
I like the aggressiveness, but the reason Simon won this tournament, or the Ledgestone at least, back in 2015, I think it was because he was somehow able to play in bounds the whole time. And not saying that he's out of the tournament by any means. He's still playing a great round, but a double OB, now
no.
3 OBs. Just Simon able to stop the bleeding with a triple, but man, that's
way, because your computer already knows who won. Chris, short.
Got to get
short.
Got to get a skip.
Oh my gosh! All that hyzer on the putter, it just isn't going to reach it.
And he has to rethrow, regroup, calm the nerves. This shot is huge. This is also low. It's moving fast. Can that skip? No.
And this is a nightmare for Chris. Now he's got a driver. A little more speed.
A little wider. This has got to slow down now, though. Oh, no. This is just in
long
the drink in circle 2, circle 3 range. And this is for 7 for Chris.
And James Conrad's lead.
Thank you. And this putt for 8. And worth noting, Chris Clemons.
Look at the composure.
Masson is in bounds.
And Simon going to lay up as well.
Oh, and just stands up and gets a nasty roll into the water.
It looked even nastier on video. I thought he didn't deserve it at the time, and that has been confirmed. Here is that drop zone. And Simon airballs, and he's got to putt again. Wastes no time doing that, and the result exactly the same. So that's 1 on the drive, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the layup.
Wow. Well, that just
group. All of us feel terrible for him, you know, but it's just like it's one of those moments.